Imagine this. You're a caveman. No house, no phone, no Google. You've been eating raw meat your entire life, and you actually think that's normal. Then one day, lightning strikes a tree. The whole forest is on fire. You run for your life, but then you smell something. Something you have never smelled before. Something so good it stops you mid-sprint. You look down, a dead animal caught in the fire. You pick it up, you take one bite, and your entire world changes forever. That caveman didn't discover cooking. He just survived the fire and got lucky. And because of him, right now you have pizza. So let's go back. About 1 million years ago, our ancestors, called Homo erectus, were wandering around Africa doing what they did best: eating raw food, avoiding lions, and having absolutely zero ambitions in life. Their diet? Raw meat, berries, roots, insects, whatever they could find. And honestly, they had no idea they were missing anything. This was just life. Brutal, chewy, and very unseasoned. Now, here's something wild. Raw meat is actually really hard for the human body to digest. It takes enormous energy just to break it down. So early humans were spending most of their calories just trying to process the food they were eating. They were basically running a factory at full power just to stay alive. But nature had other plans. Wildfires were extremely common back then. Lightning would strike a dry grass, boom, entire fields go up in flames. Animals would get caught in the fire and die. And when early humans came back to investigate the burned area after the fire died down, they found cooked meat just lying there. Did they know what cooking was? Absolutely not. Did they eat it anyway? Obviously yes. They were cavemen. They ate everything. But something felt different this time. That cooked meat was softer, easier to chew. It required almost no effort to break down. And the taste? Completely unlike anything they had ever put in their mouths. Their brains lit up. Their bodies felt more energized. They didn't understand why, they just knew they wanted more. So they came back, again and again. Whenever there was a fire, they looked for food in it. They started associating fire with good food. And slowly, without even realizing it, they were being trained by their own stomachs to seek out heat. Now here's the big question. How do they go from finding cooked food in wildfires to actually making fire themselves? Nobody woke up one morning with a plan. There was no eureka moment, no genius sitting under a tree with a notebook. It probably happened by accident. Again, someone was smashing rocks together, most likely making sharp tools for hunting, and sparks flew onto dry leaves nearby. A small fire started, and instead of running away in panic, one brave or very hungry caveman stopped, looked at it, and thought something along the lines of, "Wait, I've seen this before." He grabbed some meat, held it over the flame, and just like that, without a cooking show, without a recipe, without even a name for what he was doing, the first intentional cooking in human history happened. Scientists believe regular, controlled use of fire for cooking began roughly 400,000 years ago, though some fossil evidence and burned bone discoveries push that number back even further, possibly as far as 1 million years ago in parts of Africa. Either way, once humans figured out they could create fire instead of just waiting for it, everything changed. Here's what most people don't realize. Cooking didn't just change what humans ate, it changed what humans became. Think about it this way. Cooked food releases significantly more calories than raw food. The heat breaks down the tough fibers and proteins before the food even enters your body, meaning your digestive system does far less work. Less energy spent digesting means more energy available for everything else. And what did the body do with all that extra energy? It fed the brain. Over thousands of generations, the human brain began to grow, larger, more complex, more powerful. A bigger brain meant better thinking. Better thinking meant better tools. Better tools meant better hunting, better shelter, better communication. And better communication eventually meant language, culture, music, art, civilization. Some scientists, including the famous primatologist Richard Wrangham, argue that cooking is not just something humans do. Cooking is literally what made us human.
Without it, our brains may never have developed enough to build the world we live in today. So every skyscraper ever built, every book ever written, every song ever recorded, every scientific discovery ever made, all of it traces back, in a very real way, to one hungry caveman standing near a wildfire, holding a piece of burned meat and deciding to take a bite. So, next time you sit down to eat a hot meal, whether it's jollof rice, a burger, or even instant noodles, just remember what you're really doing. You're participating in a 1 million-year-old tradition that started completely by accident. A tradition that didn't just feed our ancestors, it built them. And somewhere out there, a caveman with no name, no language, and no idea what he was starting accidentally changed the entire course of human history, just by being hungry near a fire. If you found that interesting, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.